I still remember the ping of my phone that night. I was in the car, stuck in traffic, heading to the company dinner I'd been dreading for weeks. The text made my stomach drop. Don't wait up. Something came up. Love you. It was from my wife. The words seemed innocent enough, but there was a sharpness in the way they landed. Usually, she'd at least try to make small talk before a night like this, ask how my day went. This was cold. I shook it off. Maybe it was nothing. Work dinners always ran late. But the first doubt had planted itself. At the dinner, everything felt off. My colleagues laughed, glasses clinked, and I tried to join in. But my mind kept drifting to my wife's absence. Why had she said something came up when she'd been perfectly free all week? And why didn't my phone stop buzzing when I left it on the table? By the third drink, subtle signs started creeping in. My phone, tucked into my jacket, vibrated repeatedly. Missed calls. Messages deleted before I could read them. I tried to convince myself I was imagining it. Paranoia isn't unusual when you're exhausted and surrounded by colleagues boasting about promotions and projects. It wasn't until I got home that the first real piece of evidence appeared. My jacket pocket buzzed again. An email notification. My wife had left her laptop open on the coffee table. Normally I wouldn't touch it, but something, maybe the nagging anxiety, made me glance. There it was. A thread of messages between her and someone named R. Flirty, casual, intimate. Little jokes that weren't meant to be public. Mentions of dinners, plans, laughter at things I didn't understand. My hands shook. My stomach lurched. I reread one message, then another, hoping desperately it was just some weird joke. It wasn't. I felt like my life had split in two. One half screamed disbelief. This wasn't possible. My wife. My partner of 10 years, the woman I trusted with everything, doing this? The other half seethed with anger, betrayal, confusion, and a deep gnawing sadness. For days I watched her closely, trying to read her expressions, looking for any hint of guilt. Every text notification made my chest tighten. Every laugh at her phone felt like a stab. Yet she seemed normal, charming, loving, like nothing had happened. The dissonance was maddening. Finally, the confrontation happened. I couldn't bear the tension any longer. I held the printouts of the messages in my trembling hands and asked her, calmly as if I had a choice, "Who is R?" Her face went pale. She didn't lie. She didn't argue. She just whispered, almost too quietly to hear. It just happened. I didn't mean for it to. I wanted to scream. I wanted to hit something. Instead, I sat there, numb, listening to the details she offered. Dates, dinners, moments I had thought were special just between us. Now tainted by someone else's presence. I don't think I truly cried that night. It was more like my insides hollowed out. I replayed memories, searching for signs I missed. That time she said she was meeting a friend? That weekend she worked late? Every shared joke, every tender touch, now filtered through the lens of betrayal. But somewhere in that pain I found clarity. I realized I didn't need to understand everything. Didn't need to salvage what was broken beyond repair. Trust, once shattered like glass, can't be glued back together without the cracks showing. And I refused to live inside someone else's lies. The morning after our confrontation, she left. Not dramatically, not with shouting or slamming doors. Just quiet. Like the life we'd built together had evaporated overnight. I stood in the empty apartment, listening to the echo of her absence, feeling the weight of my own choices, both hers and mine, in staying or leaving. I didn't know what the future held, but I did know this. I would rebuild, not from anger, not from bitterness, but from the knowledge that I deserved honesty, respect, and love that didn't carry a shadow. And in that stillness I felt the first spark of something I thought I'd lost forever: peace.